Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Zero Escape 999, all that jazz. The rocking of the ship is messing with me right now, so we're just going to go ahead and hop to our other path here, which should be entirely new, because basically I just need to choose the correct door. How? What was the... Shut up. There we go. There we go. That was how I did it. Cool. But, yeah, we can skip there. I tried skipping by clicking down here, but it doesn't seem like it worked. It seems like since it's listed there, you would be able to change it there too, but no such thing. So, we just have to choose the door I haven't been in yet. Door 6. So since this is entirely new... Yep. Door 6, he'd written it. June spoke barely above her whisper. They all knew what she'd said.
私と四つ葉は1の扉を選んだ。
俺とヤシロは2の扉だ。
だが2人だけではナンバリングドアを開くことはできない。
第一数字コンも合ってねえしな。
俺たちのチームも同じだ。俺、紫、順平の3人は6の扉に入ることを希望してる。
So how does this end up working out then? I mean, it has to work out advantageously because this is the final path and I imagine the one that goes the best.
だが3人の数字コンは5だ。扉を開くには1足りねえ。
Ah, it's because Ace might be coming with us. Or has to.
どうするか。
Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. Let me know when you figure out how to do that. The others followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
セブンとヤシロが1の扉に来たらどう？
Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. I mean, that doesn't seem like an awful idea. We have to keep in mind that Clover is in very much depressed, potentially going to murder people mode right now. Seven and Lotus looked at each other. Yep. First problem resolved. Ace spoke up.
私はどうすればいいのかな。
Well, obviously you're gonna have to come with us.
決まってるでしょ。さっき1足りないって嘆いてたチームがあったじゃない。
つまりサンタのチームに入れと。
そう。
Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. Her attitude and posture could not have been more different than the energetic girl of only a few hours before. No one seemed ready to contradict her. Her response was understandable given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so...
わかったよ。それじゃあ私は6の扉に移ろう。四つ葉が言った通りにすれば、誰もあぶれることなくナンバリングドアの先に進むことができるわけだし。
Exactly. It works out great.
反論の余地が見当たらないからね。
セブンとヤシロはどうなんだ？
俺は別に構わないぜ。
私も。
それじゃあこれで決まりだな。
じゃあ行くから。
おい、四つ葉、一人で動くな。
私も行くわね。
あ、気をつけてな。
では我々も行こうか。
Okay. At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, Seven, and Lotus headed to A deck, where door 1 was near the main staircase. Junpei, Jun, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator to E deck, so this is where Santa picks up the gun, so maybe I can stop him from picking up the gun? So he doesn't have it? The ride to E deck was a silent one.
ここがいいデッキか。
I'm also with June, and I kind of imagined the correct path would be with June, either because I slightly suspected her earlier as potentially being bad, or because, like, the game wants you to be around June to protect her, or have her potentially help you at some point, but we have we have the person that's most important to me here, and we also have well, 2 of the people that are most dangerous, Ace and Santa, with us, so we can kind of keep them in check. Clover is over there without us to talk her down, so I'm kind of worried about what's happening there, but I guess she would need to go down the path where she could get the Zero bracelet for her to even decide to do those things. I mean, I guess she could kill them and then just not escape herself, but maybe if she doesn't get the Zero bracelet, things will be better.
この廊下の奥に扉があるはずです。
Which I'm trying to think which door she's going through and if that leads to the one. I think one would be over here. So since she's not going through 3, I don't think she can get the Zero bracelet.
よし、
I
行
might
こ
be
う。
getting everything mixed up. Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. Before long, they arrived in front of door 6.
3人ともいるな。ああ。やるぞ。
Yaruzo. One by one, they put their palms over the red. With a soft electronic noise that authenticated each of them. Open, open. The door opened, and all at once, the 4 of them leapt through.
あったぞ！すぐそこだ！
Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd entered through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication. God, you know what would have been really awful? Like, if you go through one of those doors and someone either has, like, a panic attack or passes out or has, like, a seizure or something, and then it's like, oh God, what do we do? Like, I guess you could pull the body over there and authenticate them that way if they were, like, incapacitated in some fashion. Yeah, I guess that would work. Because yeah, their heart's still beating, so as long as you just put their hand on the thing, I guess that would still be fine. It's not like they have to do it of their own will.
ちょっと待って。
止まりましたね。
I was going to say that's the last time we have to do that, but we might have to do it when we go through one of the 9th doors. The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. Felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat.
いつまで経っても慣れないな、この感覚は。
俺は慣れたくなんてないな。
Yeah, we've heard this
バカげた
before.
ゲーム。右に同じだな。さっさと終わらせて。バカンスにでも行って忘れるのが一番だろう。
ああ、確かにその通りだな。
With that, the doom and gloom from before was done, and the mood turned somewhat lighter. With that attempt at good humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door.
頑丈そうな扉ですね。
動くみたいだ。開けるぞ。
He took hold of the bar that served as its doorknob and shoved it down. It's one of those weird long bar doors. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. The room was purely functional but utterly tremendous. Is this like an engine room or something?
おいおい、なんだよこいつは。
Or something to do with the experiments. Santa got out a few words before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps.
そんなく広いな。天井もやたら高いし。2フロア分はぶち抜いてそうだよな。それに横幅もすげえ。
The focus on function over form definitely makes me think this is like some sort of room that's used to make the ship run, like an engine room or something like that.
もしかしたら船の幅いっぱいに使った空間なのかもしれないな。
Oh, never mind. I guess it could be like a maintenance layer or something, but...
あの巨大なかまぼこみたいな建物は何でしょう？
Kamaboko? What is a kamaboko? They're referencing something I just straight up don't have knowledge of. It's probably like some Japanese thing that I know of / have heard of before, but I don't recognize the name. So I'm looking that up on my phone right now. As soon as my phone brings up the keyboard. There we go. Kamaboko. Kamaboko. Oh, Japanese fish cakes, yeah. I've always just seen them referred to as just fish cakes, but I just got this stuff in, like, Katamari not too long ago. Yeah, it's a fish cake. It kind of looks like just a, like a loaf cake or something, but it's fish, and it's like pink on top. Jun pointed to the massive building in the center. So yeah, you're talking about this. That does kind of look like a fish cake, I guess.
かまぼこって。いや、まあこの上なくわかりやすいけどさ。
Junpei and the others were standing on scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly important. Yeah.
階段はあるようだし、とにかく降りてみようか。そうだな。この足場狭くて落ち着かねえし。
ですね。
Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way eventually to the floor beneath them.
近くで見るとかまぼこかどうかわかんねえくらいでかいな。
反対側も見に行きましょうか。
That looks like, once again, engine stuff. They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, Ace suddenly spoke up.
どうやらここは蒸気機関室のようだね。
Okay, yeah.
蒸気機関室？
このマッシュルームを輪切りにしたような形の物体はボイラーだよ。下のところに3つの丸い扉がついてるだろ。そこに石炭をくべて燃焼させ、水を沸騰させる仕組みだ。SL、蒸気機関車と同じだよ。それの特大版といったところか。
なるほど。
まあ、今は稼働していないようだがね。
The entire room was as silent as the grave.
それじゃあ、手分けして調べ。
Then all of a sudden, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see Jun collapse to her knees.
おい、どうしたんだ？大丈夫か？
This is just what I was talking about. Somebody like passing out. He dashed toward her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders to steady her.
おい、紫。
It was then that he noticed. Are you just lightheaded? Would it be because, like, it's a steam room? This room would be hot?
お前、すごい熱じゃないか。またぶり返したのか？
Oh yeah, the fever.
そうみたいです。
I know how you feel, girl. Sometimes I forget to eat, then I'm like ready to pass out.
大丈夫ですから。心配しないでください。ちょっと休めば良くなると思います。
Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did.
わかった。ほら、ひとまずここに座ってろ。
Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall, as if she no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath.
ありがとう。
Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist, and clench tight, his knuckles whitening. He had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn.
サンタ。ああ。
They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern.
それじゃあ行動開始だ。待ってろ、紫。すぐ助けてやるからな。
She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. Okay. This room seems massive, so we'll see how this escape goes. I'm thinking not well in my brain. Steam engine room. Alright. Let's get our hands on the keyboard in case it's needed. Say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. Probably comes from over there. Then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out. So the conveyor belt is moving. Yes, coal would almost certainly come out of here. It's a conveyor belt, it's not conveying anything. The pillar goes up towards the ceiling. Do I need to click on that? No, this seems important though. It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Look at the back wall. You can see 3 small slots. Terminals for some kind of connector, perhaps. You think we're supposed to plug something in? Perhaps. Okay. Look at that button. It's going orange, right? It's gotta mean something. Guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything, Santa. Nothing. Yeah, we gotta wait until we actually put some stuff in there. Okay, so this part seems like doesn't have too much going on. I believe this is opening for fueling the furnace. If we were to put some coal in here and ignite it, the steam engine might start working. It's certainly possible. I actually am very happy with the path that I took through the flowchart here, because it seems like I'm leaving the big revelations and everything to the end, and I have the information I need to actually understand what's going on. I feel like if I got to this part where you kind of see the, you know, like a lot of the latest scenes, I would be confused / not have enough context if I didn't go down the other paths first. So I am happy I did that, because I feel like I have enough to fully understand whatever is going on / might happen. So, man, this thing is huge. I guess a ship needs something like that to this big needs something like that to power it. Sure, but I doubt a single boiler of this size could actually move a ship like this at any reasonable speed. Need at least 3, no 4 of these. Guess you know a lot about boats, huh? Well, not really, it's just common sense. Is it, though? Golden gear. Doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well, then I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. Huge golden gear, I have a feeling it's important. Gear's rusty and looks like it's still pretty sturdy. Looks like there's a door over there in this tunnel. Belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into the store. Door appears to be welded shut. Wall door, it's welded shut. Huge golden gear, I have a feeling it's important. How did I even get there? I clicked here, and that took me there. Number of these little windows along the side of this thing. You're supposed to put the coal in these, but they're welded shut. I don't think we can get these open. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. Okay. Here's the golden gear again. This is where the coal goes, or would go if all 3 of these things hadn't rusted shut. Huge oven for the boiler, 3 open areas, each of them has gear. Each bronze gear. This has to be important. Yeah, this one's bronze. Whereas the other one was gold. So is there a third one down here? Silver, yeah. It's made of pure silver? No way, silver's way too soft to use for a gear, that's what I was thinking, but isn't gold as well? I think gold and silver are both soft. Isn't that why gold isn't like very useful for armor besides ornamental purposes? It's gotta be steel or iron gear that's been coated with silver. Ugh, shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have got your hopes up. You think you need to haul this thing back? Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? And why would he for you? Conveyor belt runs the sort of tunnel. Gear's rusty, still looks pretty sturdy. So all of those are working. I'm going down here. Look, Ace, some kind of snowman secret meeting. They're just bags full of sand. Use them as counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system, yeah? Man, you're too serious. No, I like the snowman secret meeting. There's nothing but sand. I haven't gotten any items yet, which worries me. Pair of wooden boxes. There's nothing in them. Pair of boxes. Okay, you don't seem too interested in doing anything with that. Thick iron door blocking the way. You think this is... Yes. Looks like the exit. Looks like the door slides up into the ceiling. Probably the exit. What is this? Given its placement, this must unlock the door to the left. A weird indentation. I think that means you have to insert something? Yeah, you have to get the 3, like, medallions. Yeah, I would imagine so. Question here, it looks like the outline of 3 circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. Yeah, gotta get the three spiritual medallions. We gotta go do... I mean, there's more than 3 medallions in Ocarina of Time. There's like, what, 5? And then you get the 6th one for free, the light, or spirit medallion. Attention. Oh, is this lights out? Sliders down. Well, let's see if I can get this thing to go anywhere. Ugh, man, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. Never mind. It's like Santa wants to give it a shot. Damn it. Nothing. This thing won't budge. Sliders down. I guess Ace feels like giving it a try. Nothing. We'll move it all. 2 columns different from the others. The lights are red. 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one's up. A number of lines engraved in these. Spectre are meant to do something rather specific with them. Why don't you move that slider down? Still aren't even trying. Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. Saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond. Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Okay. Did something somewhere else. I'm guessing, like, not even connected to this machine at all. What is this? A? One of the doors on the furnace, there's an A. Circular wheel in the center. Alright, let's give that sucker a twist. Oh, it wasn't the nice valve noise from Resident Evil. Icky, 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 icky. It's noisy, but it opens. It's totally pitch black in there. We should, go in there. Alright. Let's go. This looks just like the door we went into. Where are we? Must be on the other side, yes. Should put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. This just takes us out? Okay, and then there's a C door. Alright. Oh, yeah, okay, it just takes us across the catwalk. Number of boxes on the catwalk. I don't think we can go over there. Anyway, that looks like part of that pipe. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing. Coal must come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. Whole bunch of boxes, can't get through. Catwalk. See some scaffolding. Oh my god, this is confusing. Looks like a hand-operated winch. Doesn't look like there's any way to, operate it. Means the wheel isn't attached. One of the giant metal ribs. I think June's resting underneath it. Well, to be exact, she's really kind of to the left, not straight below it. Because that's not really important. Anyway, we should be directly above the corner of the conveyor belt. Damn pile of boxes is blocking the way. One box on the end of the rope hanging from the winch. Looks like there's something in it. Okay, so we need the thing to bring it up. God, yeah, keeping track of all this is going to be a struggle. Okay, so this was C. What if we go through B? Stairs back down should be on the other side of those boxes. You have an excellent memory. Use that to draw a map inside of your head. That way you won't get lost. That's not going to work for me, Ace. I'm sorry. Can't get through here. Ah, there we go. The winch looks like the other one we saw earlier. Although this one has a wheel on it. Gimme. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Ah, shit. It's a wheel that seemed to be part of the winch. There are some pegs on the back that look like they go in the holes. Yep. Good job, genius. You broke it. And break it. Broke all by itself. Whole bunch of boxes. I mean, this area is big, but so far the puzzle itself seems relatively simple. Towards the furnace, there's an A. Yeah, and we can't go back that way, so we gotta go this way. Then back through C. Over here. Use the, there's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, got the wheel I pulled from the other winch, didn't I? See if it fits. Sweet, it's a perfect fit. Like they were made for each other. Not shaky at all. Good. Should be able to turn this. Good work, Junpei. Should be able to haul up the wooden box. See the wooden box? It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. Why is Ace being, like, overly... Like, you're patronizing me on this puzzle. Counting on you. Turn the wheel. What's this? What happened? He only turns to the left. Only turns to the left. Means we can't reel up that rope. Yeah. We can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that'll be a problem. Simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. Be counting on you. Sure thing. No sweat. He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently just hung below the catwalk now sat on the floor. Come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt. Junpei could see her still leaning against the wall as if she barely had the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought he could see heat rising from her body. Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he'd said that they had all been thinking. He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was true. Santa's response was confident and certain. held up at gunpoint by some weirdo.
疲れが
Yeah.
出ない方がどうかしてるんだよ。
つまり我々の方が異常だと。
そうだ。
Wow. Yeah, Santa just saying, yeah, we're built different. No, you probably just got lucky and aren't having the same reaction she did.
今もこんな風に室内に張り巡らされたギミックを淡々と解いていってる。疑うこともなく当たり前のように。これじゃまるでモルモットだ。
Santa snorted in disgust.
実験動物。要するに俺たちは何かの実験をさせられてるんじゃないかって。
Exactly.
そういうことか。
さあな。だけどまあ可能性としてはないこともないかもな。
So what I'm curious about is, since we know how the experiment works and there's supposedly another group somewhere potentially doing the exact same thing we are, who is that other group and what are they doing? Since that seems to be the entire point of the thing, since we know Santa was part of it, and Snake and Clover. And Nona. They stood there for a few minutes, no one speaking, until Santa returned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Are you just gonna take me back down to the box? No, okay. They do expect you to remember how to get back. Well, luckily, I think I do. Yeah. Alright, pair boxes. This is the wrong one, though. Okay, so that's that issue. Can't go that way. Shit, how did I get back to those boxes? Because this is the wrong group of boxes. I thought it was as simple as getting over here that way. But I think I need to go through one of these other things and go down to it. Oh wait, is it just behind me? Because I see some when I'm at the bottom. There should be some like right here. By me. Damn it, I'm getting confused. The map is a little bit hard to follow. It'd be easier if like that little camera view of where I'm looking at in the room was up at all times, because it would help give me context as to where I'm standing. But the way the map moves... Oh my god, wait, yeah, it is right there. My god, I was just looking right past it. It just looked like bits of machinery, so... Some kind of machine. Maybe a control panel? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's got 3 terminals on the back. Yeah, we know where that goes then. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at this and I was, like, in my brain that was just part of the machine. But yeah, that's the hook and that's the box. Because I saw it when I was coming down the stairs. You could see it from here. It didn't show there was anything in it, though. When looking at it this way. Okay. But that goes in here. And this hole is where the control panel goes. And one way to find out. Dude, you did it. Everything looks alright. What do we do now? Once you press the button. The orange one? Yeah. Alright, I'll do that. Pushing. Sweet, all sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing. And oh yeah, I think I just heard something turn on. What's that? What happened? Should be look, the conveyor belt's moving. Conveyor belt? Yeah, that's what this is connected to. I guess it's done moving now. Still a bunch of coal in the belt though. Looks like a bunch of it got dumped off the end of the belt into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal. Coal, huh? The belt started moving and transported quite a bit of coal. It all drops on the left end of the belt right into the wooden box. Box filled with coal. Wooden box full of coal. I guess there's really only one thing we can do with this. Okay. So, obviously... So hole that's used... Let us put coal in the furnace. Maybe if we put some coal in here and set it on fire. Let's do it. Alright, that's the last of it. No coal left. Nothing, great. I guess I should have expected that. I would just throw in coal into a cold furnace do anything. Ah, well, a man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine and drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's the, gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. The furnace is enormous. So we're gonna need a hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well then, if the 3 of us work together, we should manage to fill it much faster. I want to help too. Man, I totally didn't even see her walk up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff breeze from falling over, June. I think you'd better get some more rest. But, no arguing. You need your rest. You just stay there, we'll handle this. Okay, I understand. Alright, time for some manly work. This kind of work isn't exactly gendered. She's sick. She's not feeling well, you dumbass. Let's get this coal into those furnaces. I've seen how wiry... I mean, Ace may not be wiry, but the other two of you are wiry. There's plenty of women that could outlift you. Man, this is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. Makes you think I have matches? Let's see. Now we're gonna light it. Perhaps there's a device nearby that will allow us to remotely ignite the coal. Let's take a look. Sort of ignition device, huh? Yeah, some sort of ignition device. Is this? I think it might be. Probably is. I think this is how we ignite the furnace. Means if we move that thing down... Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Yeah, this is a deceptively simple puzzle. It's basically just in a big room, which makes it more confusing, and that's the whole puzzle. Hey, Junpei Ace, look at this. Big gears turning under the boiler. Yep. Ah, and then there's our three things. Gears. They're spinning. What the hell are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking. Yep. Gold disc. The gold disc. It has a number of lines. You can make out three colors here, red, blue, and black. I wonder what they mean. Oh no, we're gonna have to connect them. Might be rough. It always sucks when I play one of these puzzle games and they don't have the one puzzle I'm good at, sliding block puzzles. Whenever one of those show up, that's when I roll up my sleeves and I go, alright, it's my time to shine. If you have me in an escape room and a sliding block puzzle comes up, I'm your person. Bronze disc, it has a bunch of lines. And three different, red, blue, yeah. And then we take this up to the other thing and then we get the hell out of here. So a pretty simple puzzle room, all things considered. The red ones, huh? Wait, what? Red lines are especially noticeable. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it wants me to line them up based off of the red lines. Junpei, where are you going? Yeah, the numbered door. Junpei, where are you doing? It's hotter than hell! Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, my bad. I forgot about that. We have to go to this end to get to the door I'm thinking of anyway. Yeah, okay. It's like this thing unlocks the door. There's a depression here that looks like the outline of three circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. Maybe if you put these three discs we found into this thing. Yeah, obviously. Only one way to find out. No, you have to turn them, doofus. That's odd. Nothing happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places? Perhaps you must have them facing the right directions. Perhaps you should rotate the disc to make some of the lines connect to one another. Well, no harm in trying. Instructions for operation. When the disc is clicked, it will rotate a certain amount. When the white arrow is clicked, the discs are switched. Okay, so it's not like I have to perfectly line them up. It's like they have a few set cardinal directions. Please note when the discs are switched, the angles for the discs are reset. Alright, so... we want this to line up like so. Okay, I think these two need to be switched. Okay, and then I think these two need to be switched. How about that? No? These two? That feels right. That feels right, so I think it's these two. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, that's why the red lines, it was talking about how pronounced they were, because that's what you're wanting to line up. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Yeah, that was a pretty simple puzzle room. Like I said, it was just trying to overwhelm you with how big and confusing the room was, more so than actually making the puzzle crazy, obtuse, or difficult or anything. Alright, that's a perfect spot to end, so... hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.